Well, hello you bearded bastards, and welcome to the Narrow Swamp, a sprawling marshy hellhole that completely covers a southeastern island, an island infested with goblins. Now, you may be asking yourself, why the hell are these little dwarves over here on this island? Seems pretty dangerous. Well, let me tell you. This fortress here is to be called Kol Usan, the Wheel of Murder. And these dwarves call themselves Emgash Rosh, the Rider of Death. And their symbol? Well, it's an image of a dwarf, a goblin, and a minecart. The dwarf is surrounded by the minecart, and the minecart is traveling. The minecart is massacring the goblin. And yes, that'll be the idea of this fortress here today. Just a quick little one-off sort of deal. We're not going to get too serious with it. Just going to be doing some experimentation with minecarts. Now, minecarts, sort of an arcane art there, something that I personally have not delved into very much. Although lately, behind the scenes, I've been toying around with them quite a bit. And you know, I think I'm starting to be able to see what they're capable of, and I figured I'd share it with you. And also do some more testing here, now that I have a base for my knowledge. Now then, we're attempting to get straight to it. If you have a look over here, you can see a windmill. So we do have wind here in this area, which is very important, because we will need rollers in order to really get those minecarts running. And we have begun digging down as well. There's a little bit of an aquifer here, but it's not much to worry about. You can just dig straight through this bad boy. There we go, just keep plugging dwarves. Oh, and would you look at that? It looks like we've already discovered an expansive cavern deep underground, which could be pretty useful for us, or also deadly. Time will tell. Anyways, just gonna plan some things up underground here so I can explain some more stuff up on the surface. Yes, minecarts. Now, I know there's all kinds of little, what I would consider to be exploity ways to use them. There are things called impulse ramps, which are very useful. I did figure out how to use those finally. But I like to try to play the game without using that sort of stuff. And I know it makes things more difficult, but I don't know, it's weird. I got this hang up where I like to play by the rules of a game. I mean, if you use them, that's completely up to you. I don't care. But just for me personally, helps to draw me in a little bit. I like the challenge. Anyways, now Minecart Tracks, you can put them any old way you want. Like we'll just do an east-west one right here. So the track runs from east to west. Easy enough, right? And there we go. We'll just put it right there. It's already up. We also have a dwarf down here making a minecart out of a log. We'll need one of those. And we'll also put a track stop at the end. Just like that. Super easy. Okay, now then, we have to go into this route menu here, make a new route with a new stop, which we'll put right here at the end of the track, determine its conditions, we'll push it west when full of desired items, set a stockpile link, we'll use this wood stockpile right over here, and also set the desired items as wood. Now last but not least, we're also going to assign a vehicle to this stop, I guess? Keep in mind, I am not a pro here, and we'll use this minecart that we just made. Easy enough. Now a dwarf is bringing that minecart over. There it is, right at the end, and dwarves are loading logs into it. There we go, just like that. It was filled up with logs and then pushed down the track, where it dumped out all the logs at the end. Miraculous, right? Simple, not deadly, not what we're looking for. We need a way to defend ourselves from the goblins, using minecarts. How you dwarves looking down here? Getting there, getting there. Keep it up. Oh, right, the aquifer. Still got some water trickling in. Whatever. It'll be fine. Alright, dwarves, let's get down there real quick. We have to get started making some mechanisms and blocks, because those are two things we'll need if we're going to get power here in the fortress. And I imagine we'll need a lot of it too. There we go, we have a couple workshops going, and the dwarves are at work already. Wonderful. Now up here on the surface, we're going to make a little wind farm, so we can start producing that power. I'm going to try to keep it safe though, because I do anticipate getting attacked by goblins eventually. That kind of screws up our plans a little bit. Ran into some caverns down this way. That'll be fine though, just gotta go with that flow. Back up on the surface, our wind farm is coming right along, getting some gear assemblies in place, almost done. Still working away down here on mechanisms and blocks, which we're making a ton of. And you know, I had a little idea just as a test here, trying out the utility aspect of Minecart Tracks. Honestly, I've always kind of poo-pooed the idea of using minecarts to shuffle stone around, but you know, we'll give it a try and we'll see if it works. Couldn't hurt, right? That's not how minecarts work, you silly bastard. So this dwarf here thought it'd be a great idea to take this minecart absolutely loaded full of boulders and just carry the entire damn thing down to the other end of the tracks instead of pushing it. Here I'm saying I have a good grasp at minecarts, but seemingly not. Why are you doing this? Okay, there we go. I think we managed to figure it out. Certainly seems so anyways. Apparently you have to build tracks beneath track stops. I didn't realize that. In fact, I'm trying to think of another instance where you would ever build a building on top of another building anywhere in Dwarf Fortress. And I cannot think of one. Probably why it didn't really occur to me, but now we know. And I have to say, as far as being effective, you know what? It doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, I could definitely see this working out in the future. It's probably a breeze to set these things up after you get a hang of it. Just discovered a little event up here. Pretty interesting, actually. We have this crappy dormitory with 6 beds, and in it right now are our newest migrants, 6 children and a farmer. Yeah, that's a crappy migrant wave right there, but it looks like the 6 children have occupied the beds playing make-believe while their father sleeps down on the floor in the dirt. Just rude, I tell you. But you know, I gotta say, this father here, he seems like a great guy. He's unmarried, a single father, and he brought all 6 of his children here to this fortress. Probably a misstep, because I can't imagine things going too well. Anyways, back over here at the wind farm, you can see it's almost done. We just have 2 more rows of windmills to put in place, and this will give us way more than enough power for all of our needs. Ever. I hope. Looking back down here to the hallway, you can see that most of the stone is cleaned up out of here. And that's all thanks to this minecart. It was actually way more effective than I thought it would be. And then over down here, we have a new thing going on. I figured with the success of that stone hauling minecart, we could get one that hauls plants down underground. We have a lot of gatherers here in the fortress, but all the plants are up above ground, so I figured I'd make a tunnel that a minecart loaded with plants could travel through in order to quickly get them down underground. I don't know if this is going to be successful, but I guess it's worth a try, right? Right, well up here on the surface I have it set so that this minecart here is going to be loaded with plants, which I can see a couple of dwarves doing. And whether it's full or not, every 15 days it will be pushed northward. I figured I'd do it that way with a timer because I don't know how many plants could be fit into a minecart. And it might be a great deal. In fact, I can almost guarantee it. So if it's using a timer, regardless of how much is in there, it will always be pushed north. Let's just watch here for a second. It shouldn't take too long, I don't think. I should also mention while we're sitting here that I did make this track restricted to travel. You may notice here there's a couple of rollers powered by a windmill up above, so when this minecart goes over the rollers, it's going to zoom off really quickly. And if a dwarf is standing on the tracks, they're going to get mutilated. That wouldn't be excellent. Well, and there we go. The minecart is down in the fortress, and it looks like somebody is carrying it back up to the surface. That shouldn't be. But at least we got one way down. I wonder if it has anything to do with these rollers. I guess that would make sense. Like if a dwarf comes up here pushing a minecart and tries to get it over the rollers, would it just go back over them? Like smashing them into pulp? That wouldn't be great. Probably best that they're carrying it actually. But I really want to use these. That was cool. Alright, well I'll tell you what. I'm going to try a little something here. I'm going to try to get cute with Minecart Tracks, which may just lead to disappointment, but I guess we'll see. I'll let you know how it works out. Would you look at that? Actually, I haven't seen this feature yet. It looks like we have a farmers guild in our fortress called the Lavender Hall, and they would like themselves a guild hall. Very interesting. Yeah, what the hell? Just have to figure out a place to put it. Again, we'll get that sorted out in time. Okay, we're back over here at the newly adjusted plant minecart track. And yes, I have made some modifications. Curious to see how it goes. We'll just give it a second here. Oh, okay, there we go. It was pushed down, and it looks like a dwarf is bringing it back up. And then, okay, did you see that? It did work. A dwarf got to this T junction right here, and then pushed it downwards to this stop. Oh man, that is so cool. I feel like I'm really getting a grasp of this now. I had to add a new stop to that route, and I gotta say, the wording is a little screwy, because you'd think you'd have to put a track stop there, but you do not. You just have to put a new stop to the actual route. It gets a little confusing, but it works out. Pretty exciting. Over here in the main hallway, we had repurposed this minecart that we were using to haul stone down to these workshops, just because there's not much stone left in here, and so now we can use it to easily bring this stone back to the fortress, where we have a couple of new workshops. And it's pretty easy going so far. They just load it up with some of that stone, bring it down to the workshops, dump it out, and then bring it back. Yeah, I really feel like I'm starting to get a hang of this. And with that in mind, I think we should really start focusing on a way to defend ourselves, because at this point, time has progressed quite a ways, and we're pretty far along in our second year. If goblins show up, we're going to be in some serious trouble. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm trying to figure out a way we can go about doing it. If they end up showing up with trolls, then those big bastards will ruin any of our mechanisms that we have going on in this hallway here. And so I think the best thing we could do is start off at one end and work our way down, so that even if they do ruin our mechanisms, they'll have to work their way through all of them first. If that makes any sense. You'll see what I mean. And just while we get some things set up, I want to show you what I did with this minecart here. You see that? You can push the things right over open bridges, just like that. Now, admittedly, this fort is a bit of a mess at this point, but you can see I have a bunch of interlocking minecart tracks now, with stops at the junctions. I don't know if there's a way to just immediately push them from junctions, without them stopping first, but this way seems to work for the most part. I have noticed some finickiness though, and that might just be a mistake on my part, but I'm not too sure. Like this cart here. Not too sure why it wasn't just automatically pushed. I had it set to get pushed south immediately when it's filled up with items, and it was full, but nobody was pushing it. But then I changed it to get pushed south immediately always, and somebody pushed it. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Finicky. Anyways, and yes, let's address my fortress real quick. It's a goddamn mess, I know it is. It's because we have an aquifer here, a light aquifer, and it's not a big deal just to dig through the aquifer because the water comes out of the walls, but I forgot that the water comes out of the ceiling above as well, if you're just underneath the aquifer, and so that's what's going on here. There's a bunch of water trickling in, and I've tried to set up some drains to limited success, but there are caverns right below us, and so we don't have that much space to work with. We're just trying to deal with it at this point. The fortress is a little bit messy, and that's why. Back down here in this hallway, I think we have this trap set up now for the most part, a device that I'm calling a spinner. I don't know how successful it will be, probably not very successful, but this is just a test. You can see here we have an oval-shaped track with a roller on it, and somebody is grabbing a minecart, an iron minecart that we had just made. They're going to place it on the track and then give it a push, or rather, I'm going to have them ride it. I kind of want to see what that does. Where the hell is that dwarf? Ah, okay, here we are. Making their way over just now, and there we are, it's on the track, and here comes a dwarf to ride the cart, and there they go. Well, that didn't seem very effective at all. That's strange. I figured it would just keep going around, but I guess not. Here, just one moment. Okay, here we go, take 2 on this minecart. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, what just happened? Pause the game. No. Okay, I think that worked. Alright, well, I unpaused it. You can see this dwarf is moving very fast. I think that's their baby. No, baby, turn around. Turn around. Where are you going? I can't control him. Somebody get your kid. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. This game. And at the same exact time, a dwarf goes berserk up on the surface. Fantastic. Awesome. Killing it, dwarves. Killing it. Well, let's get some dwarves up here real quick to deal with this guy, please. And hurry. There we go. There we go. Take care of him. Fantastic. Done deal. And back down to the scene of the crime. We could see... This isn't funny. This is horrible. Alright, so not only did we have a baby very swiftly turn into a fine paste, but now their mother is just going 1,000 miles a minute on this this track right here. Okay, I paused the game right at the perfect moment. Where do you think you're going? Okay, just so you know, I'm not a complete idiot. I do have this area here just restricted to travel. All right, you can see that. There should be no dwarves hanging around this area. They can go around the outside here. It's completely open. I don't know why anybody would be going over the tracks. I kind of want to see how this plays out. Let's take a gander. Oh, there you go, on your way. Just give him a little kick in the butt as he goes over. How you doing, buddy? You doing good? Doing good? Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. We got broken hand, broken fingers. Huh. You know, I'm actually going to say this is a pretty nice trap. Not too bad at all. It's going to get the job done. That's for damn sure. Now imagine if we filled the hall with these. I do have this bridge over here that we can close up in case the goblins come. And, oh my god, this idiot over here. You know what happens? This freaking guy. What just got hit? Something got hit. Yeah, it hit the horse pretty badly. Smashed its left front leg into its body. Yeah, how did that horse blood get sprayed out back there? Huh, that's gnarly. Alright, we gotta figure out a way to get this guy out of here. Alright, can we get someone to disassemble this machine real quick? I really want to know why dwarves keep trying to go past this thing. I mean, it's not a hidden obstacle, I don't think. It's a dwarf... a grieving dwarf mother splattered with blood, going 1,000 miles a minute, just spinning in circles. I mean, you can see that. It's pretty obvious, I think. Just so you can see what we're working with here, you can see the high traffic area going around the outside here, the nice safe route. And then you can also see the flashing red restricted travel route area over the minecart with the screaming mother. There's no reason for a dwarf to be going through there. They know it. Experimentation, let's go. Ooh, instant death. That's not great. Sorry, my dude. Okay. Can someone take care of this thing, please? Like, can we get this disassembled? Just real quick, like. That'd be excellent. Just any old dwarf. You're going the wrong way. Why would you be going towards the minecart of death, my dude? Okay, alright. Oh, let's go. Oh, no, not even kind of. You almost made it. And, oh, they're hit again. Go ahead, go, run, get off the track. Just hit again and again, speeding it up. And pulped into oblivion, they are a fine paste. Okay, I set up some different routes, and I think I have it now. Okay, we're having a dwarf get rid of this gear assembly over here, and that seems to have worked. Okay, thankfully. Get out of there, you crazy dwarf. Terribly sorry for your loss. Oh my god, this game. Let's get some new coffins, huh? Well, you know, I would have to say that's a success. May not seem like it, but I'd say it is. Put some of those bad boys in this hallway, no goblins are getting past. That much is sure. They may try, but they will not succeed. Which actually perfectly explains how things are going right here. You can see I tried to set up some more spinners, but, well, we have 2 dwarves dead now, unconscious baby farther along down the hallway, and a 4th idiot dwarf on their way into one of the spinners as we speak. It was going perfect. It was going absolutely fine. But then all of a sudden it's like all the dwarves are like, hey, let's go just run into these death machines. That'd be swell. Guys, I'm trying to do a thing here. You want to cooperate, please? I beg of you. Alright, I've just gone and forbidden everything in this hallway, so he has no reason to continue any farther into the death trap. Let's see what happens. Oh, they turned around for a second. Oh, no. I thought they were going to be smart, but no, guess not. That is a damn shame. Yeah, I think someone's disassembling this, and okay, yeah, they're all slowing down. I'll tell you what, I'll get back to you if we can do something with this. Okay? So damn close, too. Upsetting, I tell you. Well, I suppose while the dwarves are fiddling around with that minecart down there, I can show you this contraption up here. Now, this is what is referred to as a Minecart Shotgun. I'm gonna bite my tongue for a second there because I haven't tested it yet. It may not work at all, so don't get your hopes too high. But you can see here it's a wooden structure that's raised up out of the ground that descends about 10 Z levels down ramps. There are a couple of rollers here powered by windmills up above, you can see. And we have 3 minecarts, somewhat filled with spiked iron balls. Although these things can hold a lot of those balls, let me tell you. And currently they are nowhere close to being filled. But I suppose I can give you a little taste of what they're capable of. We'll get a dwarf to push one of them down. Okay, following the minecart. Please work, please work, please work. And they pushed it the wrong way. Now let's try again. Oh, there they go. Did you see that? Oh man, it was pretty quick. But wow, did that ever do the trick? All these balls flying down the hallway. Just a whole load of balls. Huh, balls. Yeah, we could just make those minecarts sit up here for just as long as we want. And whenever goblins come down that hallway, we could just shove them down. Not too bad, right? It looks promising to me. Anyways, back down here in our main hallway with the spinners. I think I have it set up properly this time. Think, keyword. Now then, let's see. First, we gotta get someone to come over here and pull this lever, which will activate the gear assembly. And they should go safely around the back, too. I've been watching the dwarves, nobody else goes over these spinners anymore, which is great. Alright, and that lever is pulled now. And so you can see all these rollers are moving. Next step is we have to pull this second lever to open up these bars. Just like this. Excellent. And now we have to push these minecarts. And assuming no idiot dwarves go walking over these spinners right now, at this particular moment, everything should work out pretty okay. Okay, did you see that right there? They push them down to the south, over these rollers. And they hop over that tiny little gap and onto the spinner, where they could just go forever. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it does the trick wonderfully. Now I'm just going to pull this lever one more time to close up those bars just to make sure nobody tries any funny stuff with their trafficking routes. And I think as long as we have it set up like this, it should be fine. It should be. It definitely should be. Alright, so now we'll just leave this. Don't nobody come over here. Please. If you value your lives at all, do not come over here. Okay, back to the fortress here. You can see things are improving. It's pretty spacious, a bit jumbled, but it's getting the job done. We have a couple of guild halls going, a farmer's guild hall as well as a stoneworker's guild hall, and an herbalist's guild hall too. Yeah, looking pretty nice. I would like to take this chance to show off the absurd number of children in the fortress, like more than a page of them. It's kind of crazy. I think there's 58, so children constitute more than a third of our fortress population right now. That's insane. But besides the point, over here you can see our barracks. It's pretty, crappy. But we do have some warriors training in there. They're crappy as well. And you know what? I had just geared them up and I think we're going to send them out. They don't really know what the hell they're doing, but we got to start riling up those goblins. I think we're ready to take them on. And honestly, I'm pretty surprised they haven't showed up yet. It's been like 3 years at least. So what do you think, fellas? Ready to go rile up some greenskins? Let's do it. There you go. Best of luck, dwarves. They are not going to do well at all, but God's bless them. Well, it looks like our warriors have returned. That's a surprise. Let's see how they did. Alright, from the looks here, they went up, did some fighting, killed a couple of goblins, but 4 of our dwarves were taken prisoner. That's not good. Well, having a look at the civilization tab, it looks like we are at war with them now. So at least it did the trick. Shouldn't be much longer now. I'm hoping. Oh, okay, I guess they were not kidding, huh? We are definitely at war. A vile force of darkness has arrived. Okay, the time is now, dwarves. Prepare yourselves. Okay, the burrow is set and we have our dwarves making their way back to the fortress. Wonderful, wonderful. Hurry up, dwarves. Oh boy, and they are not joking around in the least. There's quite a few of them. Surprising. Well, you know, I do wish you rat-faced bastards the very best of luck. This should be pretty amusing. Oh yeah, here they come, coming straight down. Rush on down here. The dwarves are basically undefended. Oh, just some minecarts up there, don't worry too much about it. There you go, just walk straight up in there, you idiot. Oh no. Oh, pummeled. Ooh, oh, one of them was just pushed through the bars up there. That's not the best. Okay, so we do have one goblin trying to get in, I guess. Or at least one. Okay, so minecarts can just slam them through the bars, which isn't the best, but I don't know, maybe we can kill enough of them where those first two will just turn tail and run back through the minecarts. Oh, but we do have the Minecart Shotgun too, so that's actually going to work out pretty well for us, I think. Yeah, these guys can't get past the minecarts, although I will notice that first spinner there did stop once they got too clogged up with corpses. Pretty awesome. I am noting a couple of the goblins seem to be going up to where our animals are. That's going to be a mess. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to say the spinners are a great success. Just don't put any bars too close to them. Oh, where you guys going? Oh, you running away? Guess I don't really blame you. I did just do this cute thing though, where like these ones can run away, but this jackass over here is going to have to go back down towards that minecart shotgun. I want to see if I can blow one of them away. Alright, now let's watch. This may be a bit overkill if it does work. No, it did not. But we might have a couple more targets. Maybe one. My gosh, they're stupid. Nothing, I guess. Not a damn thing. What the hell are you dwarves? Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, yeah, that did something. Well, that was certainly a mess, huh? Came out much farther than I thought it would. Wowee. That would certainly shred something up. We killed one badly wounded goblin as well as one of our own dwarves. Success. I'll take it. Oh no, that wasn't one of our dwarves actually, it was a visitor. The Baron Consort, so the wife of the local Baron, I guess. Ooh, that's not gonna make us look very good. Yeah, who cares? That was pretty awesome. And look at our spinners, all coated with blood. Good job, minecarts. I call that a valid defense right there. And that is just one crappy little idea that I thought of spur of the moment. Imagine what a competent person could do. Back up here on the surface, we have a different contraption I'd like to show you. It took quite some time to get set up, but as you can see, is now working pretty darn well. I'm not too sure what you'd call something like this. Maybe a Minecart Repeating Gun or something like that. I had set it up out here just because we have so much space to work with. I don't want to be confined underground, you know? I just kind of wanted to toy around. Now you can see these minecarts here being shot down this rail at very high speed. Just repeatedly, and this will happen dozens upon dozens of times, because there is a stack of minecarts right here. And really, you could put just as many minecarts here as you wanted to. Hundreds. And these ones here are made out of wood, but you could probably do this with metal as well, I would imagine. Gonna follow one of the minecarts down the track here just to see how far these things go, and well, it looks like they stop. And they do eventually pile up down this end, right here. And that looks to be all of them actually. There could be some really cool ways to use this as a trap. Now, I'll explain it just briefly, but it is very confusing, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. What happens here is there's one minecart going in a loop, just again and again and again. And every time it comes around, it hits a stack of minecarts, it collides with them, and shoots one of those minecarts out down the track. And after it does, it just continues on its way. The minecart comes down here, collides with that pile, goes down underground, follows the track around, getting pushed along by these rollers, goes up over here, where it emerges and then goes uphill, up some rollers, to the top of this little ramp right here, where it hits another set of rollers and gets shoved downhill, colliding with that stack of minecarts once more. No need for impulse ramps or anything like that, no finickiness. The only thing that could seem a bit exploity is the quantum stockpile of minecarts here, where you could put literally thousands of minecarts on a single tile. But, I don't know. While that may be a bit of an exploit, I mean, that's really the basic way minecarts function. Whenever a minecart is dumped out, it just dumps it in the same tile. Like down here in the fortress, our wood stockpile, the wood that gets brought down from the surface in minecarts. On this one tile here, well, there are thousands upon thousands of logs. And it's not even like I'm exploiting it, it's just the way minecarts work. So, I don't know, I guess I just don't see that as an exploit most of the time. Anyways, yeah, it's a cool little thing you could do. Certainly seems to be working out. It would be cool to use it in a trap, that's for sure. And I'm sure we'll make it happen one day. Oh, would you look at that? It looks like our goblin friends have returned once more. Welcome, welcome, come on in, you bastards. Just gotta clean up a little bit before you get down here. Shouldn't take too long, just a moment please. Okay, and I think that'll about do it. Wondrous. Now if I can get one of you kind dwarves to pull this lever, please. Thank you. Oops, wrong lever. Yeah, we'll just get that closed back up real quick. Looks like we have a goblin and a beak dog on the way to the fortress. That's not gonna be a problem though. Anyways, yes, down here with the spinners, things seem to be going pretty well. You know, these things are pretty fun, I gotta say. You see that one beak dog get thrown out just there? That was pretty nice. Oh yeah, these things really start to lose momentum. Just when too many goblins are on the tracks, it has to slam through all of them. Difficult to keep that momentum. I can see the front one there is still going, but it gets really slow. But damn, it's still going. Just grinding the goblins into sludge. Well, I gotta say, this seems much more effective than even the first time. Just devastating, but it looks like all the minecarts have been stopped at this point. That's probably not good for us. But of course, we can't forget about our shotgun. There's a pretty good chance it'll work better this time, just because there's so many goblins and beak dogs in here. Alright, what the hell are you goblins doing, huh? It looks like a lot of them have gone up to where our animals are, and I've killed all of our animals, which is pretty unfortunate. And back over this way, I open up the second gaze, so hopefully they try to escape, or at least come down towards the shotgun here. It looks like they are kind of filing in towards us now. You're trying to escape, perhaps? Yeah, it looks to be. We'll wait for a big mass of goblins to get in front of the shotgun here before we let it rip. Okay, let's watch. Alright, there's the first one, but I don't think it hit anybody. It was only very lightly filled. Alright, the second one should be coming. Oh, there it goes. That did a pretty good job. A load of balls on that one. And there's the third. Okay. That did a pretty darn good job. But the question is, did it do a good enough job? We don't have many warriors in the fortress. I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, would you look at that? We chased them off once again, dwarves. All thanks to our minecarts. Fantastic work. You know, I gotta say, I'm really starting to see the benefits of using minecarts as a defense and a utility, which is honestly kind of shocking. When I started doing this episode here, I really didn't think I learned that much, but yeah, I mean, the results speak for themselves. And I mean, back to the whole utility aspect there. I have these messy tracks in here all set up, and minecarts paired with wheelbarrows can get rid of a lot of stone extremely quickly. Extremely quickly. Like, you know, looking around the fortress here, you can see that there's no stone anywhere. And it's all thanks to a little infrastructure. Yeah, and we can't forget the plant or lumber minecarts as well. They're both working perfectly, even now. They can be a little finicky, but overall, well, I'm pretty pleased. And just think about all the other things you could do, too. The Minecart Repeating Gun. Imagine if you used that in fortress defense. Could you hook up a bunch of minecarts to a barracks, do you think? And have your warriors ride the carts down into combat? That sounds like one of those things you might plan out, but it never works. But I guess, you know, I don't know. It's hard to say. Over here you can see I was working on something, but unfortunately it never ended up working. I was trying to see if I could use a minecart to shoot out water. Apparently you can fill them up with water if you run rails underneath the water. And then if you have the cart slam into a fortification, it can shoot the water out. Kind of like the shotgun there. But yeah, I think that's going to be an experiment for another day. Well, anyways, my bearded bastards, I think it's time to start wrapping this whole thing up. I hope you had a good time today experimenting with minecarts with me. It was terribly enlightening. And I kind of feel like it's the dawning of a new age. A whole new world has opened up, you bearded bastards, and I'm very excited. And yeah, in case you're wondering what the hell's going on in the fortress here, it's a bad mess. It's not good. I have not been taking care of these dwarves, and things are starting to crumble. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I certainly hope to see you next time here in Dwarf Fortress. And until then, my bearded bastards.